welcome to Rhetoric 101. Today's word of the day, Enth, from the Greek enthymema, deep inside the mind. We are stepping past the formal proofs to let the listeners connect the dots. Truncate the logic. Let the track breathe. Kick off the lecture, drop the formal mechanism. We're hacking classic logic, breaking down the syllogism. Traditionally structured like a three-part prism, spitting major, minor, and conclusion without a schism. You say all humans are mortal, that's the grand system stated. Major premise that old Aristotle postulated. Then Socrates is human, minor premise calculated. Therefore Socrates is mortal, the conclusion validated. But that's too slow for the tempo of the modern stream, so compress the formal structure to an enthymeme. A truncated syllogism running an implicit scheme where you hide the major premise like a hidden theme. You just say he's mortal cause he's human, let the speed expand, relying on the knowledge that your audience can understand. It's an enthymeme argument, conversational art, leaving out the obvious implicit part. You don't have to over-explain the common sense when the shared cultural context is incredibly dense. Just omit the major statement, let the listener fill the gap. The most persuasive little weapon in the history of rap. It's an everyday device that's dominating conversation, fueling advertising, copying the political persuasion. You step inside a car dealership, checking out the chassis. They drop a clever enthymeme to hit you where your cash is. Choose a safer car for your family, choose a Volvo line. Implied premise,
Volvos are the safest by design.
when you look out of the window at the storm and the strain, say we should stay indoors because it's pouring rain. You skip the major rule that getting soaked is a pain, because the missing link is self-evident inside the brain. Aristotle defined it in his rhetoric text, involving the audience to see what is coming up next. By letting the consumer connect the dots themselves, the logic feels natural, clearing books from the shelves. Now Stephen Tallman has the war and the in-store, but the classical enthymeme was doing it before. It's a less than 100% rhetorical move, an informal method when you don't need to formally prove. If you say she's trustworthy because she's a doctor in town, you've elevated a max and put a hidden premise down. All doctors are trustworthy is the unstated claim. An audience-dependent cognitive game. So bypass the boring lectures and the rigid tautology. We're navigating shortcuts through cognitive psychology. You don't need a formal proof to make a statement sublime, just a well-crafted truncation hitting right on the time. The law doesn't need to sign itself when data gets clear, and enthymeme can pull the truth right out of the ear. We leave the major premise buried deep in the dark and let the listener's intuition make the final mark. Aristotle's cognitive throttle, the unstated premise, truncated syllogism. Socrates is mortal because he's human. You fill in the rest. Class dismissed. Class dismissed.